Hello, good night everyone. Today I'm going to explain what is interpretation. Interpretation is a process that is designed to explain what someone else have to tell or just have said. So, interpretation also is in an spoken word is different than translation because translation is in a written way. So in interpretation, you have to use general ideas. It's different than translation. In translation, you have to use word by word. In interpretation, it have to be general ideas. Also, I want to give you some rules that you can use while you are using your interpretation. So, the first rule is do not change the idea. Don't try to change the idea that the speaker has told you. So you have to keep the same ideas. You have to tell the general ideas, but you have to keep the same ideas. You don't have to change it. You can change words, but you cannot change the idea. Also, you have to use a lot of your memory because you have to memorize what the speaker says because you have to be writing, you have to be taking notes. The taking note has to be individual. As we know, if we take notes individual, we can be able to understand what we have wrote. Also, you have to understand both language. You have to have amount of word in both languages to understand and also to interpret those words and translate into another language. Also, you have to be concentrate. Most of the time, you have to be concentrate on what the speaker is telling you, what the speaker is saying. Because if you lose some words, you won't be able to understand the whole idea. So that's why you have to be focused on what the speaker is telling you or what the speaker is speaking. Also, um, you won't be able to understand two language. Just try to understand a language. If someone else speaks in another language, there have to be someone else helping you. You cannot translate two language at the same time. So maybe you can translate some comments, but you won't be able to translate a whole conversation. Also, um, do not correct the mistakes. For example, if the speaker um, make a mistake, you won't be able to correct. So there is when you have to tell the people that if they notice, you have to tell them. If they don't notice, you don't have to tell them. So if it's a number, if you know and if you notice, you can be able to change that number. For example, if it is 4,000 and he said 400, you can be able to change because you know the information. Also, you won't be able to translate jokes. You cannot translate jokes because that is the hard work to do it. It's hard to do it. You won't be able to do it. So, I'm gonna give you an example how you can take note and also how you can be able to interpret um, a note taking and also a performance. So also I'm going to talk about the two difference between simultaneous and consecutive because there are two kind of interpretation. The first one is simultaneous. Simultaneous, you are in a soundproof with at least one colleague that will be helping you because when you are doing simultaneous, it's going to take 1 hour or it could be more than 1 hour. So that's why you have to be with a colleague. So also you speak in a microphone. Everything that comes to you, you have to tell in a microphone. So also the interpreter receives the sound or the message through the headset, and also the interpreter render the message into a microphone almost simultaneously. As I said, after the interpreter receives the message, he is going to tell in another is going to tell in another language at the same time, almost at the same time, because you have to let the speaker finish, and then you can be able to speak. Sorry. Also, consecutive. Consecutive is different than simultaneous because consecutive, the speaker stops. It could be a minute or it could be 1 to 5 minutes. It depending on how long the sentence um, or the idea is depending on that. Also, you have to use note takings because there is where you can be able to take notes. So you can take notes and then the speaker stops. After he stops, you can be able to tell what he said. You can know last details because if you lose details, you won't be able to write the idea, you won't be able to write your note taking. So that's why you have to be focused on what the speaker is telling you, what the speaker is saying. Also, you have to develop your own ideogrammic, your symbolic. So you have to use your own symbolic. You have to create because in that way you can be able to understand better your note taking and also to write your notes. So okay, now I'm gonna show you how is the best way to interpret. I'm gonna show you in a simultaneous way, in a quickly way of simultaneous way, and also in a consecutive. A consecutive, I'm gonna show you my note taking, so you wanna be able to know what I have wrote. Um, Also, I'm going to tell you what the topic is about. It's about discipline. So I hope you enjoy it.
Act. Take act. Here's number 4. Develop the ability to act.
Aquí está el número 5, toma la habilidad para
Take
actuar,
action.
tomar acción.
Not hasty if it isn't required, but don't lose much time.
No apresurarse, pero no pierdas mucho tiempo.
Here's the time to act.
Ahora es el
When the
tiempo de
idea is
actuar.
hot,
Cuando la
and the
idea es
emotion
caliente
is strong.
y la idea
That's the
fuerte,
time to act.
es el tiempo de actuar.
See, Mr. Ron, I'd like to have a library like yours. See if you feel strong about
Señor
that.
Strong
What you
debería
gotta do is
tener
get
una
the
librería
first
como
book,
usted.
and then get the second book.
that is a way how you can be interpreting in a simultaneous way. If you are going to use in a consecutive way, you have to take notes. So now I'm gonna take those notes.
Before the feeling passes and before the idea gets dim, action pronto, action immediate, action as soon as possible. Because if you don't, here's what happens. We call it the law of diminishing intent. We intend to when the idea strikes us. We intend to when the emotion is high. But now if you don't translate that into action fairly soon, now the intent starts to diminish. And a month from now, it's cold. A year from now, can't be found. So act. Set up a discipline when the emotions are high and the idea is strong, clear, and powerful. That's the time to set up the discipline. Somebody talks about good health and you're stirred. Right. You need to get a book on nutrition. Get the book before the idea passes and before the emotion gets cold. Go for the book. Start the library. Start the process. Fall on the floor. Do some push-ups. Action. Gotta take action. Otherwise, the wisdom.
Okay, there is the another way. I just wrote not the whole paragraph. That's how you can use it. So thank you very much.